Even though most cannabis-related products are completely legal in the US, and more states follow suit with marijuana every year, marketing these products online can still be a challenge. However, if you take the time to learn the ropes, successfully marketing cannabis online is going to bring you huge returns. Let's address some basic questions first. Can you market cannabis products online? It's complicated. Is it legal? The answer is yes, kind of. If by cannabis you mean the completely legal version of CBD, then yes, you can market and sell those cannabis products online, provided that you follow all relevant state laws. However, if we're talking about the real deal, actual marijuana, which is not completely legal in all 50 states, then no, as long as the federal government continues to categorize cannabis as a Schedule I drug, any dispensaries that ship it through conventional means, for example USPS, UPS, or FedEx, will become drug traffickers. Not so great for the resume. In-state delivery of marijuana is a different story in states where the drug is legal, but again, don't use the aforementioned carriers and make sure an attorney reviews your operation before proceeding. You can market cannabis-related products online, but as I mentioned at the beginning, one of our clients has discovered that certain products they sell are popular among cannabis growers, hence my newfound interest in cannabis marketing. One of the first things I learned from speaking with them is that yes, it's perfectly legal to sell these kinds of products to cannabis growers, distributors, and sellers. And yet, their legal counsel advised them to include language in their terms of service that reminds buyers what the law says they can and cannot do with these products. Again, I'm not an attorney, so I recommend you speak to one before proceeding to ensure you stay on the right side of the law. With all of those considerations out of the way, let's now talk about the kinds of marketing strategies that work best for cannabis companies online. Number 1, prioritize organic traffic. It may be your only option. Paid search is usually an obvious channel for e-commerce companies to invest in. Unfortunately, it's not the best option if you intend on targeting a lot of popular cannabis-related products. Google categorizes cannabis as a dangerous product under the subcategory recreational drugs, which it defines as, quote, ads for substances that alter mental state for the purpose of recreation or otherwise induce highs, end quote. It specifically mentions marijuana as one of these drugs and even those that provide legal highs. So CBD derived from cannabis is out, but hemp-derived CBD is fine, as long as you don't mention cannabis in your ads. Therefore, if you're trying to sell products for the recreational use of cannabis, in other words, pipes, papers, bongs, etc., you're out of luck with Google Ads. For all intents and purposes, the same goes for YouTube, which is owned by Google. While it's loosened up on allowing weed-related content over the years, if your videos push the boundaries regarding illegal activities, expect YouTube to take action. And even if you play it straight with your videos, you can't link to your website in the description if you sell products that are marketed for growing, cultivating, or distributing cannabis. Obviously, ads for these products are a no-go too. Facebook isn't a fan of marijuana either. You definitely can't run ads for your cannabis products on this platform. You can try to start pages around marijuana, but expect Facebook to take those down pretty quickly, unless you make a lifestyle page about more general topics and only post about marijuana occasionally. My guess is that you'll eventually attract the wrong kind of attention from Facebook. That may not always be the case, but this kind of volatility makes the social media giant a poor choice for cannabis companies looking for reliable marketing ROIs. So, the name of the game is Cannabis SEO, a term that has grown in popularity as more and more companies realize they'll need to focus mainly on organic traffic to find new customers online. But before you go pursuing SEO for your cannabis products, be sure to check with your hosting provider to make sure they don't have any rules against talking about the drug on sites they support. It's becoming less and less common these days, but I'd suggest you double-check before adding cannabis and marijuana all over your e-commerce website. Otherwise, you could find out the hard way that your provider will pull hosting for selling these products. Otherwise, the trick of Cannabis SEO is that it's pretty much the same as the traditional version. Don't you just love branding though? As such, you'll need to do your keyword research and then create relevant service product pages and blog posts around them. Fortunately, the cannabis industry has come such a long way that there are plenty of websites out there already generating plenty of traffic. Use competitor analysis to see what's working for their SEO campaigns, and you can reap the same results without going through the same amount of trial and error. While content marketing may be necessary to hit all of your cannabis SEO goals, I recommend you create SEO-friendly product descriptions and well-organized, keyword-rich category pages first. Depending on how competitive your piece of the industry is, this may be enough to start seeing results relatively quickly. You can always go back and create blog posts later. Number 2. But don't completely give up on PPC. Now, as long as you're not selling products that consumers could use to ingest cannabis, you may be able to use Google Ads to advertise your products. You still can't use terms like cannabis and weed in the text for your ads or on their corresponding landing pages, but Google will let you target these kinds of queries. Here's an example. You can target the searched keywords marijuana grow house. Ads show up. They just don't mention any unapproved terms. And from what I've seen, most buyers in the industry are savvy enough to know what kinds of products they need, even if their pages don't have, quote, marijuana flashing in big green lights. Interestingly enough, it looks like a lot of the relevant terms carry fairly low average CPCs too. Given how much ambiguity there is around using PPC ads for cannabis, I guess this shouldn't be too surprising though. Here's a quick snapshot of what SEMrush shows for some popular options. Depending on your profit margins, these could be really valuable terms. Consider ad networks that are cannabis-friendly, that allow ads for these products. I can't say from first-hand experience how effective they are, but if you find yourself facing a lot of competition for organic traffic, these options might give you an edge. If you have the budget to do a little testing, try running ads with some of these companies, and it may not be long before your investment pays off in a big way. Number 3. Do your own PR by publishing guest posts. Earlier, when I was talking about cannabis SEO, I mentioned waiting to do blog posts until your product and category pages are fully optimized. But even then, it may pay to wait until publishing blogs, at least on your own site. Instead, you could build your company's reputation within the legalized marijuana market by submitting blog posts to relevant industry websites. The biggest advantage you have as a manufacturer of cannabis products is that this industry is still relatively new, meaning there may be a huge demand for your expertise without the corresponding supply. For example, if your company sells packaging supplies, you probably know a thing or two that growers who are new to the business would be excited to learn about. You could blog about this topic on your own site, but when you're just starting out, you may see a lot more value by offering this guest post to an industry site that gets significantly more traffic. Not only will you earn a helpful backlink, you'll also put your company in front of all of those prospects who regularly visit and trust that site for information about their industry. Number 4. Attend industry events. If your company is new to the industry, it could be extremely helpful for your marketing goals to attend trade shows and other events. Aside from meeting with potential customers face-to-face, you can also learn about their unique needs. This approach can prove especially helpful for B2B cannabis companies, as some of your prospects' demands may not be wholly apparent just by running reports with SEO software. Again, if your company sells packaging examples, perhaps growers have specific needs that they struggle to find online. By speaking to these requirements on your site, you'll have an easier time keeping the traffic you attract, which means lowering your bounce rate, which is great for SEO and earning more conversions. Number 5. Maybe work with influencers. At this point, just about every industry has influencers, experts who are popular for creating content around their given field. Everything from fashion to fitness to finance has these authority figures. Cannabis is no different. So, just like guest posting may be the best way to leverage another website's popularity, consider using influencer marketing to take advantage of someone else's hard-won reputation. Influencers with a large enough following, and the trust that comes with it, could send massive amounts of traffic to your website overnight. If you can use PPC and don't want to wait before SEO pays off, this is the perfect shortcut to the results you want. Of course, influencer marketing is still a relatively new concept, even in the cannabis industry, which isn't lacking for passionate media-savvy users, so don't rush into anything. Do your due diligence and ask potential influencers for proof of what they've achieved for past clients. Depending on the type of cannabis products you sell, affiliate marketing may be an option too. This strategy is when you outsource your marketing to companies and individuals who earn commissions when they bring you sales. There's no upfront cost to your business. Just like with influencer marketing, many companies have used cannabis-specific affiliate programs to launch their products and skyrocket sales in a very short period of time. Starting your own affiliate marketing program is easy enough, but unless your SEO efforts are already bearing fruit, you'll have to invest time into spreading the word to attract effective marketers. Growing your network by attending industry events could also help you to find these potential partners. Is it high time you get started on your cannabis marketing strategy? Sorry, I've been sitting on that pun the entire time. As you can see, marketing cannabis or marijuana products has never been easier, but there are still plenty of unique challenges to finding customers online. Hopefully, the advice in this video will help you navigate your site towards success. However, if you have any specific questions about cannabis SEO or any of the other strategies related to this industry, please feel free to contact us to speak with an e-commerce expert.